On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Mechanical.
Operated by a machine, relating to or concerned with machinery or tools.
Examples:
A mechanical style of writing. The influence of mechanical action. A mechanical engineer is still in demand in many companies.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Severe.
Extremely serious or bad in feeling, manner, or strict and harsh, extremely strong or vigorous.
Examples:
Severe heat. A severe case of pneumonia. The senator received severe criticism from his opponent.
Earthquake.
A sudden and violent shaking of the ground caused by the movement of rock beneath the Earth's surface.
Examples:
An earthquake zone. An earthquake proof. The violent earthquake caused widespread damage and injuries throughout the region.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Possession.
The state or fact of owning or having something.
Examples:
Possession of the evidence. A territorial possession. That painting is my possession, and I inherited it from my grandmother.
Sequoia.
A huge evergreen tree that is native to California and has a straight trunk and a narrow, conical crown, which is a type of redwood.
Examples:
A giant sequoia. Sequoia National Park. The sequoia tree is known for its massive size and long lifespan.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Resolution.
A firm decision or determination to do or not do something. The action of solving a problem, dispute, or conflict. The quality of being resolved or determined. The clarity and sharpness of an image or display.
Examples:
Resolution of a conflict. Display resolution. He made a New Year's resolution to exercise more and eat healthier.
Electron.
A tiny particle with a negative electrical charge.
Examples:
Flow of electrons. Beam of electrons. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Microscopy.
The scientific study of small structures or substances using microscopes, including the anatomical, physiological, and pathological aspects of cells, tissues, and organs.
Examples:
Clinical microscopy. Electron microscopy. The scientist used a microscopy technique to study the cells at a microscopic level.
Surprisingly.
In a way that causes amazement or wonder.
Examples:
Surprisingly advanced culture. Have surprisingly little effect. The exam was surprisingly tricky for everyone.
Fiber.
Thread or filament used to make a vegetable tissue, mineral material, or textile.
Examples:
Carbon fiber. Synthetic fiber. We must consume dietary fiber to maintain good health.
Crystalline.
Resembling crystal in clarity, transparency, or brilliance, having a highly ordered and symmetrical molecular structure.
Examples:
Crystalline structure. Crystalline water. The geologist found a beautiful specimen of a crystalline mineral.
Cellulose.
A complex carbohydrate that is the main structural component of plant cell walls and fibers, a substance used to make paper, textiles, and other materials.
Examples:
Cellulose acetate. Cellulose insulation. The cellulose content in fruits and vegetables contributes to their dietary fiber.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Steel.
A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure.
Examples:
Magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Commerce.
The activity of buying and selling things, especially on a large scale.
Examples:
Interstate commerce. The local chamber of commerce. This company has invested heavily in internet commerce.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Sludge.
A thick, wet mixture of liquid and solid matter, typically one that is unpleasant or harmful.
Examples:
Sludge treatment. Sludge removal. The sludge at the bottom of the river was a toxic hazard for marine life.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples.
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Cotton.
A plant that is grown in warm countries and bears bolls containing seeds with soft and long hairs that are made into textile fiber and thread for sewing.
Examples.
Cotton cloth. Culture of cotton. The price of raw cotton continued to rise.
Strength.
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples.
Strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples.
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Fabric.
Cloth or other material produced by weaving wool, cotton, silk, etc., used for making clothes, covering furniture, etc.
Examples.
A hand-loomed fabric. Fabric of creation. These synthetic fabrics are used in military vests because of their excellent abrasion resistance.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples.
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Standing.
Existing or remaining upright, having a vertical position, noun, social, financial, or professional status or reputation.
Examples.
Standing water. His social standing. The standing concert was packed with fans.
Shelter.
A structure built to protect from poor weather, danger, or attack. Verb, to protect or shield from harm or adversity, particularly relating to environmental conditions or danger.
Examples.
Rainproof shelter. Anti-air raid shelter. They need food and shelter.
Showcase.
A display or exhibition of something, typically as a way of promoting it.
Examples.
Museum showcase. Showcase of innovation. The museum's new exhibition is a showcase of contemporary art.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples.
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Kingdom.
The country ruled by a king or queen.
Examples:
Establish his kingdom. A subordinate kingdom. By remaining neutral, this kingdom continued to exist.
Insect.
Any small creature that has 6 legs and a body divided into 3 sections.
Examples:
Insect antenna. Insect biology. These insects are more prevalent above a certain latitude.
Flea.
A small, agile, wingless, and parasitic insect that feeds on the blood of mammals and birds.
Examples:
Local flea market. Flea infestation. The flea-borne disease caused a severe outbreak in the city.
Liberty.
The state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views.
Examples:
Personal liberty. Liberty as a right. The founding fathers fought for the liberty of the American people.
Statue.
A sculpture of a person or animal, typically made of stone or metal, that is intended to represent the subject in a lifelike or symbolic way.
Examples:
A beautiful statue. The ancient Egyptian statues. The statue of the famous hero stood proudly in the town square.
Resilin.
A rubber-like protein found in insects and some other animals, known for its highly elastic properties, enabling it to act as a shock absorber in certain body parts or structures, such as wings or joints.
Examples:
Resilin-based biomaterials. Insect resilin. The elasticity of resilin allows insects like fleas to jump great distances compared to their size.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Elastic.
Flexible, resilient, or adaptable. Noun, a stretchy material or band that can be stretched and then returned to its original shape, something that is flexible and adaptable.
Examples:
Elastic body. Elastic waistband. The skin of a snake is remarkably elastic, allowing it to slither through tight spaces.
Rub.
To move one's hand or an object over the surface of something with pressure.
Examples:
Rub shoulders. Rub a glass window. She rubbed the sore spot on her leg to ease the pain.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Squish.
To crush or press something so that it becomes flat or distorted.
Examples:
Squish the ellipse. Squish a tomato. He squished the insect between his fingers to get rid of it.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Snap.
To record on photographic film, to make a sudden, sharp sound. Noun, the act of catching an object with the hands.
Examples:
Snap a whip. Snap judgment. She snapped a quick picture of the beautiful sunset before it disappeared.
Jumpy.
Nervous, jittery, or prone to sudden movements or reactions, characterized by irregular or uneven movement or motion.
Examples:
Jumpy cat. Jumpy behavior. The jumpy student was anxious during the exam and made several careless mistakes.
Extract.
A short passage taken from a book, piece of music, etc., a substance obtained from something through a specific process. Verb, to obtain from something or to remove something by effort or force.
Examples:
A brief extract from the book. Botanical extract. Anesthetize the gum before extracting the teeth.
Clone.
A plant or animal whose genetic information is identical to that of a parent organism from which it was created, an unauthorized copy or imitation.
Examples:
Clone embryo. Recombinant clone. He is like an exact clone of his brother.
Combine.
To join or merge to form a single thing or group.
Examples:
Combine chemically with another substance. Combine augmented reality. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water.
Transparent.
Easy to perceive, detect, or understand, of a material or article, permitting light to pass through freely.
Examples:
A transparent lie. Transparent crystal. The focus of these initiatives is to make the financial system more transparent.
Generation.
All the people born and living at about the same time, regarded collectively, the production of heat or electricity.
Examples:
Generation gap. The generation of electricity. The younger generation has different values and beliefs than the older one.
Smartphone.
A mobile phone that functions as a computer and connects to the internet.
Examples:
Smartphone app developer. Smartphone addict. Internet traffic volumes have increased significantly with the advent of smartphones.
Implant.
To insert or fix an artificial device in a person's body, to put an idea, attitude, etc., firmly in the mind.
Examples:
Implant genes in the animals. Implant into the uterus. The doctor will implant a pacemaker to regulate his heart rate.
Synthetic.
Made by combining chemical substances as opposed to being naturally occurring.
Examples:
Synthetic fiber. Synthetic fertilizer. Synthetic diamonds play an essential role as machine tool blades.
Glue.
A sticky substance used for joining things together, a bonding agent made from animal or synthetic materials.
Examples:
Glue stick. Epoxy glue. The carpenter applied glue to the cabinet joints before nailing them together.
Screw.
To turn something, such as a bolt, with a driver or wrench to tighten or loosen it. Noun, a cylindrical rod with a helical ridge used to fasten things together.
Examples:
Screw the cap. A female screw. He had to screw the loose knob back onto the cabinet door.
Surrounding.
That is near or around, or closely encircling something.
Examples:
Surrounding areas. A fence surrounding a castle. The surrounding mountains make the city difficult to be invaded.
Tissue.
An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function.
Examples:
A facial tissue. Loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Encode.
To convert information into a code or format suitable for storage or transmission.
Examples:
Encode data. Encode information. The software can encode and decode encrypted messages.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Enzyme.
A substance produced by a living organism that acts as a catalyst to bring about a specific biochemical reaction.
Examples:
Enzyme reaction, lack of digestive enzymes. A deficiency in the enzyme can lead to a medical condition.
Saccharide.
A simple sugar or carbohydrate, any compound that can be hydrolyzed to yield sugars.
Examples:
Saccharide molecule, complex saccharide. Cellulose is a structural saccharide found in the cell walls of plants.
Fatty.
Containing a lot of fat.
Examples:
Less fatty meat. Fatty acid. You should keep away from fatty foods.
Acid.
Sour, water-soluble chemicals with a sour flavor, any of a variety of generally liquid compounds capable of reacting with and occasionally dissolving other materials.
Examples:
An acid reaction. Good source of essential amino acids. During pregnancy, the stomach generates less acid than usual.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Scaffold.
A temporary platform or structure used to support workers and materials during construction or maintenance work.
Examples:
Scaffold construction. Go to the scaffold. The construction workers set up the scaffold to reach the top of the building.
Proliferate.
To grow or increase rapidly in number, to reproduce or spread rapidly, especially in an uncontrolled manner.
Examples:
Proliferate cells. Proliferate weeds. The number of COVID cases continued to proliferate in many countries worldwide.
Biomaterial.
A substance, usually synthetic, that is used for medical or veterinary purposes and is designed to mimic or replace biological tissues.
Examples:
Biomaterial development. Biomaterials industry. The new biomaterials used in implants are more durable and less likely to cause an immune response.
Collagen.
A fibrous protein that forms the connective tissues in animals, including skin, tendons, and bone, often used in cosmetic and medical treatments for its ability to add firmness and elasticity to skin or other tissues.
Examples:
Collagen supplement, collagen production. Our natural collagen production decreases as we age, leading to wrinkles, sagging skin, and joint pain.
Replacement.
The act of replacing something with something else, especially that is newer or better, a person or thing that takes or can take the place of another.
Examples:
Regular replacement of tires. Replacement cost. We demand his replacement.
Admittedly.
Used to acknowledge a fact or statement, often one that weakens or contradicts an argument or opinion, conceitedly.
Examples:
Admittedly true. Admittedly controversial. The book was admittedly difficult to follow, but still worth reading.
Dermis.
The layer of skin beneath the epidermis that contains blood vessels, nerves, and connective tissue.
Examples:
Hair follicle dermis. Skin dermis. The dermis layer contains nerve endings, which enable us to feel sensations such as pressure and pain.
Wrinkle.
A small line or fold in something, especially fabric or the skin of the face, a minor difficulty.
Examples:
A fine wrinkle on a fabric. A facial wrinkle. This suit is made of wrinkle-proof material.
Augment.
To increase the size, extent, quantity, etc. of something by adding something to it.
Examples:
Augment the reality. Augment immunity. Economic factors and monetary policy augmented inflation.
Sophisticated.
Having a great deal of worldly experience and knowledge of people's behavior, culture, and fashion.
Examples:
Sophisticated look. A sophisticated lifestyle. Marketing strategies are growing more sophisticated.
Valve.
A device for controlling the flow of a fluid or gas through a pipe or duct by means of a movable part that opens, closes, or restricts the opening.
Examples:
Electromagnetic valve. Valve control. The valve on the pipeline was leaking, so maintenance had to shut it off to make repairs.
Cow.
A domesticated mammal with characteristic features such as a hump, large udders, and curved horns that is raised for its milk or meat.
Examples:
Cowherd. Dairy cow. The farmer milked the cows every morning before breakfast.
Cadaver.
A dead body, especially one used for scientific study or medical research.
Examples:
Cadaver lab. Cadaver donor. The hospital received a donation of cadavers for their research program.
Winery.
A facility where grapes are processed and wine is made and stored. Often includes areas for tasting, tours, and sales.
Examples:
Winery tour. Boutique winery. She works as a sommelier at a prestigious winery in Napa Valley.
Brick.
A rectangular block of baked clay used as a building material.
Examples:
Brick wall. Dressed brick. The wall was made of hard bricks that had been used for centuries.
Administer.
To oversee and control the operation or arrangement of something.
Examples:
Administer justice. Administer the funds. After the accident, 3 governmental bodies administer the company.
Alternative.
One of 2 or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples:
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Transgenic.
Relating to or characterized by the transfer of genes from one species to another, typically done in genetic engineering and biotechnology.
Examples:
Transgenic organism. Transgenic technology. The transgenic crops were genetically modified to be resistant to pests.
Tobacco.
A plant grown for its leaves, which are dried and processed for smoking or chewing or extraction of nicotine.
Examples:
Tobacco industry. A mild tobacco. Tobacco product is a leading cause of preventable deaths worldwide.
Brand.
A type of product, service, etc., made by a particular company and sold under a specific name, identification mark on the skin of livestock, criminals, etc., made by burning.
Examples:
Create a brand logo. The brand of the new car. There's a new brand of hero in the movies now.
Untouched.
Not touched or disturbed by anyone or anything, not having been altered, changed, or affected in any way.
Examples:
Untouched wilderness. Untouched landscape. The abandoned house was untouched for years, with vines growing all over it.
Greenhouse.
A building with walls and roof made chiefly of transparent material, such as glass, for growing plants in.
Examples.
Exotic plants in a greenhouse. Emissions of greenhouse gases. The greenhouse effect is a phenomenon that happens naturally.
Harvest.
Yields of plants in a single growing season, the period of the year when gathering occurs on a farm.
Examples.
A scanty harvest. Reap a harvest. During harvest, farmers are incredibly busy.
Transport.
A system for moving people or products from one location to another using automobiles, roads, and so on.
Examples.
Transport facilities. Access to public transport. Enhanced rail transportation is crucial for our business.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples.
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Crush.
To press it firmly, usually with your hands or a tool, so that it becomes flat or smaller.
Examples.
Crush coffee beans. Crush a revolt. The car was completely crushed in the accident.
Concentration.
The ability to focus all your time and energy on one thing without thinking about anything else.
Examples.
Concentration of armaments. His research area of concentration. This exam requires excellent concentration to pass.
Transfer.
To move, pass, or change from one person, place, or situation to another.
Examples.
Transfer a file. Transfer power. She transferred the money from her savings account to her checking account.
Identical.
Being the exact same one.
Examples.
Pair of identical twins. An identical equation. Infant formulas are nutritionally almost identical to a mother's breast milk.
Void.
An empty space, a feeling of emptiness, adjective, lacking any legal or binding force.
Examples.
Void of expression. Void contract. The void in her heart was filled with the love of her family.
Fracture.
The breaking or cracking of a rigid material or object such as bone.
Examples.
Fracture test. Risk of bone fractures. X-ray inspection revealed many fractures.
Spinal.
Of or relating to the spine, equals the long bone in the body's back.
Examples:
Spinal injury, brain and spinal cord. The surgeon carefully confirmed how to remove the tumor to avoid damaging the spinal nerves.
Fusion.
The process of combining two or more things to form a single entity.
Examples:
Heat fusion, fusion cuisine. Nuclear fusion is a process in which atomic nuclei combine to form heavier nuclei.
Launch.
To send or propel something into the air or space using a device such as a rocket, missile, or spacecraft, to make something available or on sale for the first time.
Examples:
Launch a spaceship into orbit. Launch a big attack. The company is set to launch its new product line next month.
Gel.
A semi-solid substance, often transparent or translucent, that is used in various products from personal care to food to medicine, and which typically consists of a gelling agent that thickens the liquid.
Examples:
Gel nail polish, antibacterial gel. I must use hair gel to style my hair for the job interview.
Diabetes.
A medical condition in which the body cannot produce enough insulin to control the glucose levels in the blood.
Examples:
Juvenile diabetes, diabetes patient. My father was tested for diabetes.
Ulcer.
A sore or erosion in the skin or mucous membrane, often caused by infection or inflammation, a persistent, painful cavity in the stomach or intestinal wall that can lead to digestive problems.
Examples:
Mouth ulcer, gastric ulcer. The stress of the job caused him to develop an ulcer in his stomach.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
Approve of measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Fiction.
The type of book or story, especially novels, that describes imaginary events and people, anything made up or imagined that is not true.
Examples:
Stuff of science fiction. Non-fiction bestseller. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Tendon.
A strong, fibrous cord of tissue that connects muscle to bone.
Examples:
Tendon grafting. Tendon collagen. Tendon injuries are common among athletes.
Oddly.
In a way that is unexpected, strange, or peculiar.
Examples:
Behave oddly. Oddly familiar. He walked into the party with an oddly dressed companion, causing everyone to stare.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Transplant.
To move or transfer something from one place or person to another, to take living tissue or an organ from one person, animal, part of the body, etc., and put it into or onto another.
Examples:
Transplant a heart. Transplant my family to America. He tried to transplant the seedling into a larger pot.
Ligament.
A band of tissue that connects bones or holds organs in place to support and stabilize the body.
Examples:
A ligament in the ankle. Cruciate ligament. The ligaments in the knee provide stability and support.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
Cardiac surgery. The professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Injury.
Harm done to a person's or an animal's body caused by an accident or an attack.
Examples:
Without injury. A fatal injury. My accidental injury got better right away.
Donor.
A person or an organization that makes a gift of money, food, supplies, etc. to a cause or fund. In medicine, a person who gives blood or tissue or an organ to be used in another person.
Examples:
A transfusion of donor blood. An unnamed donor. His body rejected the liver of the donor.
Zion.
A term used in the Bible to refer to the hill in Jerusalem, which is the symbolic center of Jewish worship and identity. In a broader sense, Zion sometimes refers to the Jewish people, the land of Israel, or the idea of a promised homeland for the Jewish nation.
Examples:
Going up to Zion. The ancient land of Zion. The Jewish people strongly connect to Zion as a symbol of their homeland and identity.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples:
Embrace an opportunity. A warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.